Hello friends, welcome to my channel Game of Trades. Today is early morning of 10th of May 2018 and I will be analyzing Nifty 50 plus some stock trading ideas. But before that, let's go for traditional disclaimer. Whatever information you are viewing through this YouTube channel is only for educational purpose, and any trade that you wish to take upon based on any suggestions made here is entirely your responsibility, and I can't be held legally liable for your profit or loss. Now Nifty 50. So in my previous Nifty 50 analysis video, I have been telling that I was looking for shorting opportunity. In fact, yesterday, day before yesterday, I had told that I had carried my short position, so I shorted at market open. Then I booked somewhere here profit. Again it went up, and this is where somewhere I shorted it. And that short position, one lot, I had carried till yesterday. Now yesterday it gapped down, and this gap down is where I booked my profit. Here I booked profit, and then again I was looking for shorting opportunity. I thought of shorting here, but then I thought no, let's wait for some more time to get a confirmation. But intraday, what I saw is that this 100 EMA is where this was taking support. So it has taken support here, here, and yesterday also it just went a tad below it, and then it took support. It went up. Now I had seen that okay, this range of movement which had been there for certain period of time, which was broken. After that it came here and took support here second time. So it took support at 50 EMA, this highlighted blue line. It took support here. Again it went up just a distance. It took support again, and this at somewhere here I went long in Nifty. At this level I went long, and at this level, at this horizontal line is where I booked my profit. And why I booked profit? Because this is the reason where it has faced a resistance from past days. So this is a place I had shorted it. Now in totality, if you see, what it has been doing is it has been just doing an oscillation. It opened gap up at this level and it went down. So this gap up was sold into. Again it moved, it opened gap up, and then this was sold into. Whole day it was sold. Yesterday it opened gap up and this was bought into. So in totality this has moved nowhere. This has not made a higher high. It simply had been in this range. Looking at this chart, this 5-minute chart, one thing is very clear. If you have been analyzing, if you have been seeing my videos from past 2 months, then you should be able to see that this is inverted head and shoulder as well. This is left shoulder, this is right shoulder, this is left shoulder, this is head, and this is right shoulder. This is this highlighted red line is the neckline. Now this neckline has not been broken. This is important that confirmation has not come for this inverted head and shoulder to be complete. We need to break out above this level, which is around 10,700. I will say the 10,070 level. Once we close above that, there is a possibility that we will go a bit above, and then a retest of this trend of this neckline will happen. But for that, we have to see a breakout happening above 10,700. At least we should wait till this level. It is around 10,785. If we are able to sustain above that, then only we should say that this head and shoulder pattern has completed. Now I'll say again 10,785 level. If we are able to move ahead of that and sustain over that. And the sustaining is important because we reached here also at that point, right? But what happened? This was sold into, this was a big red candle. We tried to reach at this level, but then this was a big red candle that formed here. This red candle. Now, this gap was bought into yesterday, and we have the formation complete. But chart has formed. This pattern has formed, but confirmation has yet not come. Also, I had told that I'm looking for weakness. That's where I shorted this gap up, and yesterday I booked my profit at this. But I had also told that options data does not suggest any weakness. Now, unless we see a weakness in happening in price action and also in options data, there is no point in shorting the market. I'm looking for shorting opportunity, but I'm not getting it, and that's where that's what I call is a classic example of trade what you see, not what you think. I'm looking for something, but I'm not getting that, right? I'm looking for shorting opportunity, but it is not giving yet a good short opportunity. So, what I'm doing is I'm just going for the momentum ride. Here, I bought it. Why? Because the support was taken. Why? Because options data was positive. So I bought here and I rode the momentum and I booked the profit. That's what we have to do. We have to trade the way price action is currently behaving. It might be behaving in a contradicting way. It might be moving in a counter direction of what we think. So one way to trade is simply, one way to look at this is, one way to utilize this is simply don't do anything. If things are not going as you think, it's better that you sit back, take your time, reanalyze the chart, and unless the price action is moving the way you think, then or you are able to realign yourself as per price action, then only you should trade it. Or the second way is, though this is not giving the signals as you are expecting, though this is not moving in the way it is moving as you are thinking, then what you can do is you can go in the direction that it is currently moving, because it will not go in the direction what you are thinking. It has its own pace. We always have to move our positions in the direction of price movement. It will not happen otherwise. If we have taken a short position, it will not say, okay, this guy has taken a short position, now it should go down. That is not going to happen. But if we see that this is going up, all we can do is we should cut out our short position and go long in that. This is what we have to do as a trader. This is what we have to do in order to become a profitable trader. We have to be flexible in the approach. We might think something else, and something else might happen. So we have to do what is happening as of now. Whatever price action is currently doing, if we have to trade that, then we have to follow that. There is no other way. So again, I'm looking for weakness. I'm not getting it. Options data does not show any weakness. So what I'm doing? I'm doing the momentum ride. I'm simply riding it. If it here I told you that this is the gap up, I sold it. Here gap down, I squared, I booked profit. Here one support was taken. I simply wrote this till here. Why here? Because on the left, if you see, left always leaves the clues of where price action is moving. So always keep eye on the left also. So left side of the chart. Here if you see, this was considerable resistance for certain time, and that's where I booked my profit. Now if you go for bank nifty, now bank nifty has reached a place. If you see the top of the of yesterday's candle, the top of the wick, this shadow and this shadow, this is exact match, and we see after that we have this gap. Now here if you see the low of the candles, what happened yesterday, this low, and a day before that, this also matches. So we see that this candle has formed. Now the top of both the shadows of this green candle and this green candle is matching. We have a resistance layer above, we have this gap, and this gap should act as a resistance, and that's where I'm looking for a shorting opportunity, which I'm not getting. Again, I must say that I'm not getting that. Options data say that we are bullish, and if that says that that is current price action movement, I will simply follow that. Today is an important day as we have a weekly expiry in bank nifty, so it becomes paramount that we trade very safely. Things will happen, and it, we have to see if this gap is filled or this gap acts as resistance. Just by looking at this movement, you will see that okay, this was a good movement. We have from this level, we moved to this level, which is around 26,200 plus, and this was the level 24,000, let's say 900, let's say 750. So these levels we have crossed in very less number of days. So definitely the price momentum was up, and in fact this is what we have been expecting, because this was a pullback which I had discussed earlier. Now if you go to this intraday chart, sorry, daily chart. Now daily chart, I had told that we are expecting a pullback. This is where in this region I have been expecting a shorting opportunity. Here sometimes shorting opportunity has worked. We are now trading below this trend line. Yesterday also we have seen that we touched this above top. Now if you see top of this green candle and the top of this green candle and yesterday's candle are almost same. So actually we have moved nowhere. We have been just in that range, this horizontal lines that I have drawn, and I was expecting that at least somewhere here at around 10,600 level we will go, but then currently that has not happened. Time will tell if that goes right or wrong, but then till the time I am below this trend line, I will keep looking shorting opportunity. And apart from that, there are other things that I think I have discussed earlier, that I'm expecting leg C of the wave. So this is where I would be expecting, I'm expecting shorting opportunity, but currently this is not giving. And now let's go to options data. Options data is not showing guys any weakness. We have here 31 lakhs, here 41 lakhs. People at 10,800, people are not confident, call writers are not confident, and it is possible that we might see the 10,800 levels would be broken, because these people are not confident. Even if you see those who had written calls at 11,000 levels, even they are now getting nervous. These people are also not confident, they are flying away. We see that yesterday 3 lakh plus open contracts were closed, and on the right hand side we see that additions are happening at 10,700 level. So 10,700 level seems difficult to break. In fact, if you see the PCR of 10,700, you will see that the PCR has become greater than 1. We have now more put writers at 10,700 than at 10,000. we have more put writers at 10,700 than call writers. We have seen that the call writers are fleeing away, they are squaring off their open contracts, and we see that constantly we see the additions happening at put side. Now this says that there is no weakness in the market as of now. Chart wise I have been looking for weakness, but options data and price momentum is not showing any weakness. So what I'm doing is I'm doing a momentum ride. Yesterday also I went long, and I booked some profit. Now if you see bank nifty options data, yesterday we saw that this here it was around 71 or 72 lakhs of open contracts input. Today we see that it is 87 lakh. Now that means that that 15 lakh more open contracts were created. That is to say that 15 lakh put writers have joined their uh, have a shorted put of bank nifty. Now that gives confidence that we are not going down in this week expiry, because there are so many open contracts. This is mm, almost double of what we see in call writing. So this is important, that we we don't short the market just because we feel like that. We see that we see maximum call writing has happened at around 26,400 level, and a good support is around 25,700. So if we have to trade this, we can trade intraday this 10,700. So now the premium is not left much, but if one has capital, one can short the spot and it premium. This is what many expiry guys do. They do lakhs, they take position of size, lakhs of positions also they will take. So let's say that they take 1000, they short 1000 uh, lot of this put, so that will be around 40,000. Size would be 40,000, so 1000 into 40, and even if you get even let's say that 2 or 3 points, that would be a good amount to catch. So this is what things will happen. Today is expiry, it can be range bound, it can be trending day, we have the resistance here, but then as of now there is no bearishness. We see that we are going up, and this is what is being suggested by the options data also. So guys, it's the time that we remain a bit careful, a bit cautious, uh, and we have to see this options data also, and I will give you in detail that what I actually look for in options data, though majority of the times I have explained that what I am looking, but still I saw that someone has written in the comment section that how do I identify support and resistance region by seeing options data. So I will explain this a bit in detail in maybe this weekend. Now there was a query about Titan. Now if you see Titan, this is the range I have drawn here. Unless you are in this range, you can keep holding your 1000 C. Unless we see a breakdown happening of this range, uh, then then definitely you should go out of that position. But then if you go to the options chart itself, this was the gap filling that had happened. So here you see this gap. Yesterday we see price movement going up, and we have seen that almost it has reached a gap. Now I will say that if you are sitting at good profit, simply book the profit, and if you have just bought it and you want to see where it is going, then possibly this is the time to hold. Unless you are at very good profit, or if you are near about average, then I will say let's hold it for 1 or 2 more day, especially today's expiry day. So today we have to watch where we are going. Are we heading ahead or not? So this will be an important day to watch. As of now, hold it, and just we will see. We can analyze it in a day or two again. That what has happened here. Currently, we see that this is moving in this range, and as long as we remain in this range, and that's okay, because this is not giving any sign that it is going down. In fact, if you go to the weekly chart, this has a bias that this is going up constantly. This has given a very good momentum. After going at the top, it simply came down. This was the consolidation phase where it took support at 20-week EMA, so that is quite normal. We have seen this several times happening, and this is where currently price action in a very constrained range. So for around 5 weeks we have not gone anywhere, simply at the same range we are trading, and this is where trading becomes very boring. And especially if I'm buying a call, then I will not select any stock which is in for which I see this range bound movement. Why? Because if it remains in the same range, price is going nowhere, but time is eroding. No, time is slipping away. In that case, your options premium will decrease, and you might face loss. So this is where that if you are buying call or put, then it has to be trending. So for more than a month, it has done simply nothing. That's not a good way. That's not how you go for option buying. This is important, guys. So for now, I'll say that just watch for 1 or 2 days. If it is not giving you if it is not giving the movement that we are expecting, then simply book the profit or whatever is there, or loss. Simply get out of this position. Another thing that I have been looking at is ICICI Bank. Now ICICI Bank, though it has given a bad result, it has rallied up, and that too in a style. It has rallied up with a gap. Yesterday also it was hanging at around the same place. Now what we have to see is this gap is there on the above side, which should act as a resistance. Now how this movement came, I don't know, and we cannot say that this is operator driven, or some LIC has done something that it does not make sense to talk about those things. We just have to, as a technical analyst, we just have to analyze it, make certain conclusion out of it, and then trade it. That's it. Whoever does what, big players are playing with us with our money and all. They have big money and they are manipulating it. All these things talking about this does not make sense. They will keep doing it if they are doing, or if they are not doing, you will see, simply because you are incurring losses, so you want to attribute your losses to someone else. Then you can cry and complain about anything in your life that does not make sense. All we have to do is to read the chart, analyze it, make certain conclusion, and trade it according to our rule, strategy, whatever you have got. So here, after a bad result, we see that it has gone up. That is the reality. Let's accept it. And this is what we have seen in Axis Bank also, and in fact from past few days this is what I have been hearing. Bad results, it's going up. Good result, it's going down. So whatever is happening, whatever things we are no, what is normalcy in that is not happening. We have to trade, then we have to wait for confirmation that if it is not happening in that way, we have to decide a strategy how to trade. Here we see that this is a big gap up, and this gap up has reached to this level where it should be facing resistance. We see that yesterday it was at around about at this level itself. It was just hanging above, and this is the resistance. This is the range that I have drawn, and I will be looking for shorting opportunity in ICICI Bank. I will not go bullish here, but I will look for weakness. I will not simply short it. I will wait here till this gives me a signal that I am weak. If it says that, then only I will short it. Now another thing that I was looking at this is what? Okay. Okay, so here also I wanted to show, because I just analyzed Titan. What I want to show here is, if you see the options data in Titan, it is saying that Titan is not going up. Now this is important that you listen this carefully. Titan is not going up. We see that a lot of call writing has happened at mostly at 1100. You know, we have highest open interest of call is at 10,000 level. Yesterday maximum addition happened at 11 lakh. So 1000 we see currently maximum happening, and maximum addition. So if you see, this is 6 lakh, this is 4 lakh, but this is 80,000 here, and this is 1,15,000. So maximum addition happened here, but in totality we have maximum call writing at 1000. So possibly we might not see 1000 level coming in Titan. So I will say that it's important that you book your profit, if it, because this option data does not show that this is going up, and this might possibly in the range bound, it can go up a bit and then it will come down again. So since this is a range bound movement, and we see that options writing also suggests that it is not showing positive momentum, so that's where you should be careful and book your profit if you are in profit. Now if you see the disparity at this 1000 level, that's huge, so I will say that don't wait much. No, actually what I was talking about here is, yeah, I was talking about ICICI Bank, and where is that? This here. So here in ICICI Bank, I will look for shorting opportunity. I will see if I get some opportunity, and then I will short it. So you can keep this stock in your watch list. Now Coal India, this was a query asked from Atik in my first WhatsApp group. So Atik, what can I tell you here is, uh, it has been moving down nicely in downward direction, and this is from where I have been analyzing it. I'm not sure at what labels you have showed it, but then this is nice that but definitely you would be sitting in very good profit, and from last 2 days it has been doing actually nothing, and I think this is where you are thinking that whether to book the profit that you are holding, or you should wait more. Now what is important here is, if you look at this part of the chart, this part, it is left shoulder, this is head, and this is right shoulder. This is the right shoulder. So left shoulder, then this is head, and this is right shoulder. Now I'm expecting it to go down at least till 250 levels, but that will only happen if we break out of this range, that is 260 levels. Now you are already sitting at very good profit, and it's important that you lock the profit also at certain point of time. There is no harm in booking profit. Nobody has ever become poor by booking profit. So what you can do is, you can book your profit whatever you are getting now, and look for look for this range breakout again. Once we have that, then we can trade it on the short side for 10 more points, and that will be again a very good trade. And after that we will square off our profit at around 250 level, because from there I expect that a pullback will come which will retest this level, and we might go back again. So from future perspective, this is what I'm seeing, that we might remain here for some day. This becomes really very difficult, because if it is moving in that range, that becomes very boring. And if you are shorted, even though if you are shorted here and from 2 days, you always want to see your profits increasing, but it is not going anywhere, it simply remains here. So let's say that if you are sitting at a profit of around 20,000, that remains 20,000 yesterday, a day before yesterday. So I understand that impatience do come. So what we can do is, you can book the profit, and then we will again see if this range is broken, we can again short it for 10 points below. That can also be done, because here, since this is at support, possibly a spike also come. That's something that goes out of our control. Though this is a very good, there is a very good shorting opportunity, but one or two green candles can come. There is nothing like it will constantly be going down like this. This we had analyzed very, we had traded at very right time, but then there is a possibility that after going this much, it can go down. It can go a bit up. This will not go up much, but then why to erode your profit? Whatever you have, you can lock your profit and short it again. It goes up and shows against weakness again, or if it goes directly down. So I will say that what you can do is, if it is not going up, then you should wait. If it is going up, then you can book the profit. But since today is expiry and tomorrow is Friday, on then next week on Monday, we will see what happens on Tuesday, since the results will be out. So that will be a news play. So definitely before that we have to square, you can square it off, because on Tuesday anything can happen. And in fact, results will come out, BJP might win, and BJP winning means market may go up. But Coal India, I'm currently short for some months actually, but still a spike, if everything is going up, a spike here can also come. So keeping that in mind, but then today and tomorrow, especially tomorrow, I think that some weakness might come. So just decide in that way, and booking profit is always good idea, though it has to go down. It will go down more, but then let's book profit here. And especially because we have some news event coming in the next week, so definitely for next week you should not wait. For this week you can wait, not for next week. So by tomorrow at most, book the profit. Now Motherson Sumi is another stock where this is going very nicely. I have shorted call of Motherson Sumi. So it made a green candle one day before, then yesterday it again made this red candle, and the price movement, if you see, this has been in this range. So currently this trade is also going on very nicely. And Oro Pharma, the day I gave the short call, actually it went up, but then after that it has been going down, and this is where I had drawn this upper horizontal support, horizontal resistance line, and I had told that whatever it does, it will remain in this range, and possibly this will not break above this. And this is what currently we are seeing, that this is in this range. But unfortunately, the day I told that let's short it, though I booked a small profit and then it went up, so I booked a small profit for myself. I'm not sure what happened to you guys if you had shorted it. It actually went around 10 points up. But after that, this has been moving in the direction that we had discussed earlier, and this is moving nicely in the short direction. So this is Oro Pharma guys for you, and this is, and I'm still short on Oro Pharma. We might see one or two green candles, but if we are in the overall, if we are following overall trend, then this should not worry us much because we are trading it in the right direction of the trade. So we and Nifty Pharma I had analyzed and I have told that I am bearish on Nifty Pharma. So these are the stocks that I have been looking at. Also, Kotak, if you see, this is for several days in this range. And I will be looking for this range breakout either on upside or downside. This is where I will be watching Kotak Bank also. Till the time it remains in this range, that is not interesting to me. It is important that we remain patient with our trading strategy. We have to see certain confirmation and price action moving, doing something for us before we can jump to conclusion where it is going. So I will be watching Kotak area very closely, but I will not be trading it unless I see breakout or breakdown happening of this range. I am looking for certain trade, and I will inform you if as and when price action goes in that direction. So guys, if you have any further queries, you can ask in the comment section. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.